kids are coming home for the holidays, right? Lucky parents, they get to cram everybody back into the home and spend some quality time together. But we've fielded a common and popular question, which is a great question, which is that, hey, when my grown kids come home for the holidays and they want to borrow my vehicle to go see friends or relatives or head to the movies, are they covered? That's a great question, Derek. What is the answer?
It is. And the answer is yes. When your kids who have grown and moved out and are working and living in California or Texas or Chicago or the East Coast, when they come home and use your vehicle, they are going to be covered by your insurance policy. They'll be what's considered a permissive user, the same
Okay.
way that your neighbor would have coverage if they borrow your vehicle to move some furniture or do something like that.
Do I need to
There's
notify my insurance company about my adult child coming home for a week and maybe using my car for a bit? Do I need to add that coverage?
You don't. It's just a basic part of an auto insurance policy, the permissive user section of it. Now, something to keep in mind is if they, really enjoy the home cooking and someone doing some of their laundry and maybe having a nice spot to live, and they decide to stay there for an indefinite period of time, well, at that point they probably do need to be listed on the insurance policy. But if they're just home for a week or two, or maybe even a month, totally fine to just have them using your vehicle, and they'll be covered by it as a permissive user. There's a few things to keep in mind. Of course, Brian, you had discussed this earlier today with a client. That was the PIP coverage, or the medical coverage provided by the auto insurance policy. We've
Right.
said so far that your policy is going to extend to your child when they're visiting over the holidays, but there's a big asterisk that applies to that.
Which is that medical coverage does not extend to them, right?
Right.
That was a change in Michigan's auto insurance law. Feels like just yesterday, but it was actually way back to 2020, where that coverage no longer extends to anyone who is not related to you and residing with you. So once your child moves out and is on their own, the insurance world views them just like it would your neighbor or a friend or anyone else who's not living in your home. So, Derek, thanks for pointing that out. Very helpful. The insurance laws are tricky here in Michigan, and it's a great time of year to have families getting back together and people getting out and doing things, making the most of it. So, thanks for the intel about how the insurance coverage does and doesn't apply. If you have questions about your family's insurance, you need a second opinion or a fresh set of eyes on your insurance, we at Bor Insurance Group would be happy to help. Reach out to us on our website, give us a call, shoot us a quick message. We are here to help. We'd love to give you some perspective. Thanks, Derek, for joining me.